like to switch the circumstances around in my head to try to keep myself honest. Like I go, okay, if Hillary was president-elect with the electoral vote and Trump won the popular vote but lost the election, how would I feel? What would happen? How would people react? Well, Trump voters would probably demand a recount, and I would be saying, oh, but the Electoral College is good because it represents each state, and blah, blah, blah. And I go, well, gee, that's not what I'm saying right now. And then I go, well, I guess we're just like them. And then I go, Sarah, don't talk like us and them. It's all of us. And then I go, yeah, that's true. We're all the same.
How'd you like to be inside her head?
We're probably all the same, and then I'm like, well, I'm not like them, and then I'm just like, what am I doing? And I find a Law and Order marathon and take a nap. But my question is there value to, and I think I know the answer to this, and yet, is there value to having an attitude of us and them, or must we have to look at it as all of us together? And I would guess the latter, but in terms of protest and taking to the streets, I don't know, is there a question in there?
Well, I think, there is an us and a them, but it is not, black versus white versus Latino versus people born in Mexico or something. I think the us is the vast majority of the people who want to have our kids grow up decently, be able to get a good education, to have good health care, to breathe clean air. Those are the us. And that happens to be the vast and overwhelming majority of the American people. And the them happens to be people today. And I think it's just simply true, whose greed is just without control. They want it all. And, if, you are the Koch brothers and you're worth, 80 or 90 billion dollars, you would
They're probably so happy.
You would think that that would be enough, but they are working day and night to destroy Social Security and Medicare and Medicaid, take away the rights, the economic rights that people have fought for many decades. And frankly, I don't understand. It's hard for me literally to understand why people are motivated to do that, but they are. There is a world out there. It's I think, a sick world, frankly. I think, we all have friends or family members. We're dealing with alcoholism. We're dealing with drugs. And I think this greed is addictive as well. They need more and more and more. And they cannot control themselves. And in that constant greed and the desire for more wealth and more power, they are doing terrible, terrible harm. And aren't many of them, but they have just unbelievable power. So for me, the us and them is they are the them. And kind of we are the us.
I'm so titillated by you calling it an addiction. Years ago, and I could say it was before the bank, it was in 2007, my very good friend and mentor, Gary Shandling, who passed away, and today is his birthday actually, but he said something exactly like that, and I'll never forget it. He said, greed is an addiction, and the people who are controlling our money are addicted to greed. And it's as if you gave a bunch of cokeheads a pile of coke and said, distribute this evenly among your people. It's very exciting to hear. Should have closed on that.